Let me get this thing recorded. My name is Chuck Hanson. I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina. I'll be your host for the next 15 or 20 minutes as we go through some information that I got exposed to, well, about last June, last July, or thereabouts. And quite frankly, it was so exciting that I just couldn't put it away. I just couldn't put it, I didn't want to, I didn't want to do this, but it was so exciting. I had to do it. It just kind of crept up on me. So I'm going to share what I saw, 10 months ago. And so you're going to hear a little bit about iHub Global. You're going to hear a little bit about a company called Helium, a cryptocurrency called also Helium. And you're going to hear about something that I didn't know anything about called the Internet of Things, right? Not the Internet for people like we're all used to, but the Internet of Things. So, hey, welcome if you're brand new to iHub Global and you're a brand new associate, one of the over 50,000 affiliates that have joined us. Congratulations and welcome. If you're brand new and you're just looking at, possibly joining us, we've done everything we can to make this excuse-proof. We've made this totally excuse-proof, and you're gonna see that as we go through things. As you join, if you happen to not be muted, go ahead and mute yourself so we get a nice, clean recording of everything. So you're gonna hear lots of information tonight. Let me start out by just playing you this little video.
Doctor.
And
which I got the windows, she said. Something about going to look at a Jeep.
Welcome to iHub and congratulations. You know what they Welcome to iHub and congratulations. You know what they say, you get one or two great opportunities in a lifetime. Well, I truly believe you are in front of one of those opportunities right now. The reason I say that is simple. It happened to me. Let me explain just a little. We're about to learn about cryptocurrency mining in the world of the Internet of Things, or the IoT network. A little perspective. IoT is bigger than Wi-Fi. All the things that run off the internet, like appliances, security cameras, computers, healthy devices, and on and on. And we, iHub, partnered with the largest IoT network in the world to grow it globally. Meaning you and I are now in a position to own the network. The IoT network is larger than any internet network or phone network on the planet. Owning networks is how wealth is created, and you're standing before it right now. So yes, I do believe this is an opportunity of a lifetime for me and for you. Listen, there is a lot of education for most of us with learning about blockchain, crypto mining, IoT network, and more. But trust me when I say it's as simple as plugging in an iHub unit in your home or business and letting it earn for you in the network. After you join for free, you'll see real results in real time, earning big right now. Minimum, get your iHub miner today. But if you're like me and want to own the network, you can build a legacy with the iHub affiliate program. Time to get started. Join for free.
well, that's a little bit about iHub, right? The blockchain and all the other things. Don't let all those things scare you, though, because we're going to make it very, very simple. Here's the question that I was asked some 8, 9, 10 months ago. My good friend Michael Stern, who you're going to hear from here in a second, asked me how I'd like to own a share of the world's first and largest peer-to-peer wireless network. It took me about 30 seconds to think about what he said. And I said, yeah, I'd like to own a share of the world's largest and first peer-to-peer wireless network. Who wouldn't, right? And I said, what's it going to cost me? 6 figures, what's it going to, and he said, no, it's going to cost you really not very much. And I go, okay, not very much sounds like a great price. So I started diving in. What I want you guys to listen to right now, this is a little video that was put together by Helium. It's about 3 minutes long. She really talks about the Internet of Things and the future and what's going on. So let me play that for you and I'll be right back to you.
We've all used Wi-Fi for stuff like this.
So adorable.
And cellular data for stuff like this. Triaxolotl. Every day we connect to the internet, but it's not just people. From parking meters to packages, even these damn scooters. All these things should connect to the internet. Even this dog. Well, not the dog, but its collar. Seems like this little guy is lost. Luckily, he's got a smart collar on. But that smart collar isn't so smart without the internet. Cellular data plans can be pricey. It's not like Sean could just log into this cafe's Wi-Fi real quick.
Hey, I like your dog.
Oh, it's not my dog. I'm just using him to demonstrate a point.
What's your point?
Glad you asked. Wouldn't it make sense for all of these things to have their own internet? A network that works just for them, so they could always stay connected anywhere, anytime. That's the kind of future I want to live in. And with the Helium Hotspot.
Honey, who's that?
I'm the future.
It's, the future?
The Helium Hotspot's a new kind of wireless device, where you and your community can create a network for the Internet of Things.
So like a Wi-Fi router?
No, it's long-fi. It reaches 200 times farther.
But why would I?
Why would you put this in your house?
Glad you asked.
Well, you're helping to power a better future for the city you live in, building a community of connectivity, making all sorts of things possible that aren't today, like helping you find lost things, connecting to things that can play you in your kids' That is expired. Even powering sensors that help detect wildfires, so people and their things can stay safe.
What else?
Isn't that enough? The whole thing about building a better future for your children and your children's children?
We don't have kids.
Well, for people who care about that sort of thing, you get rewarded Helium tokens, a cryptocurrency as a thank you for building the network and enabling devices to connect. So any more questions?
Yeah. Whose dog is this?
Yep. See, when the Internet of Things gets better, everything gets better. Even finding your dog. It's yours.
Sean, thank you. Come here, buddy. Oh, thank you.
With the Helium Hotspot, you're helping to create a more connected future.
What's helium?
So glad you asked. Every day, we connect to the internet. But it's not just people. So what else connects to the internet?
I don't know.
I'm glad you asked.
You know, guys, that's one of the things that I didn't really have any idea of, right? I had no idea that there were things that connected to the internet other than us, right? My good friend Michael asked me what I knew about the Internet of Things, and I said, absolutely nothing. What is the Internet of Things? And he said, well, it's all these devices that connect through these hotspots, and so he was explaining it. I got intrigued, right? I get excited about it. Because it was, number one, very transparent and I could see a lot of things. But I started doing my research. I discovered that it was already an $800 billion a year industry. There were already 8.4 billion devices, and this was a while ago, 8.4 billion devices that were connecting to the internet. And that in a very short period of time, this was going to be a $2 to $3 trillion a year industry. And that there would be 70 to 80 billion devices. So at, a huge growing industry, that would be great if you could be part of it, right? So what happened was that in 2013, a company called Helium started, and they had this vision that they'd like to create this internet just for all these devices. And so they started putting all the infrastructure, borrowing the money, doing everything that was necessary, creating their own blockchain, creating their own cryptocurrency, and everything that had to be done to do. I mean, a lot of work creating the world's largest peer-to-peer wireless network, right? Right now, like the gal was talking about on the video, these little hotspots, right? Right now, when I got the information earlier today, there were 91,266 hotspots. When we started looking at this, there were less than 7,000. Less than 7,000. but we're still in the very, very early stages of everything. There will be millions of these required all over the globe in order to give us the connectability and wire this whole thing together. So the thing that I got extremely excited about was the fact that Helium had created their own cryptocurrency in June of 2020, not very long ago, 25 cents. In May of 2021, $23. Now, it seems to, just like every cryptocurrency, it goes up and down, but this currency is a utility, right? This has buyers. It's not something that is speculative. It has buyers, so it has its own ecosystem, if you will. We won't get into that tonight, but it already has all those buyers in place. Right now, it's been bouncing between $10, $12, $15 thereabouts and going back and forth. It's predicted to go a lot higher. I'll show you that in a second. So we're going to show you how you can own a little share or a big share of this wireless network. That I should have changed this one, a little out of date, 84,000. Let me play this little video. This is a little promo video that iHub put together that I'll share with you.
Do you know who owns your wireless network? Most likely, some ginormous big brand tech company with stacks and stacks of moolah. Well, what if you were able to own part of a similar network, which is growing constantly every day? It's called the Internet of Things, or IoT network. Heard of it? It powers billions of all those helpful things like our beautiful smart devices, life-saving medical sensors, security monitors, remote tracking devices, and the list goes on. So now you know you could help power all that and get paid for it in Helium, which is a form of cryptocurrency. You know the digital currency that's super secure because it's kept in an online fortress of solitude called blockchain technology? But you might have known that. And all that happens from this one little device called a Helium Hotspot you can get from iHub Global. All you do is plug it in and start earning or mining helium automatically, which goes directly into your account. Simple as that. You basically earn money by doing practically nothing, so you can afford to spend more time with who's important to you. Earnings vary based on where you live, and iHub will show you simple ways to track how much you earn every day. You can also bring in your family and friends to earn more as an affiliate. And they'll earn too while we build the biggest network in the world together. And eventually, your earnings go even higher and higher with our shared hosting plan. Okay, then why iHub Global, you ask? Because it's free to start. Our mission is growing the network by more of us owning the network. We'll do it together with simple training on the basics. We'll also show you simple earning strategies to grow. By using our proprietary app called Helium Track, you can track your hotspots and run virtual simulations to place free hotspots in the best locations to further expand your network of affiliates and earnings. Who knew owning this network could be so easy? So if you're ready, let's grow together with iHub Global. Join and request a hotspot for your home or office today for free.
So,
do you know who?
So that's a little promo, and here's how it all started, guys. It all started with this little device, right? Like she showed in that video. This was the original hotspot that was put out by Helium. This is the second generation of the hotspot, and this has our proprietary software on it so that we can pay commissions in our referral program that all in Helium, right? So a much bigger task than we had ever thought possible. These little things, are called all kinds of different things. iHub Miner and Helium Hotspot. I call them a passive income generator or a pig, and that's kind of stuck with us. But here's what I really love about what we're doing. There's no competition. There's not another company building another wireless network like the one that Helium is building. You can make money with this device 24/7, 365. You plug it in, walk away from it. There's no monthly fees. There's no auto ship. There's no licensing. There's nothing that you have to do after you get one of these machines. There's no recruiting required whatsoever unless you want to refer people, right? So we're not really recruiting, we're referring, just like the Amazon referral network. This is not a network marketing company. There's no hoops to jump through. What I love most is that it's completely recession proof, right? It's going to happen. See, these 80 billion devices that will soon be connecting are going to connect whether or not there's a recession, whether or not there's a pandemic, whether or not there's a Republican or a Democrat in the White House, doesn't matter, right? It's just going to keep going and going and going and going. So what are all these devices that, right now there's thousands of companies building software and hardware for the Internet of Things. There are all these smart appliances, smart homes, smart pet collars, bike trackers, and like she said on the video, even these damn scooters, parking meters, and on and on and on. Everything imaginable that you want to track, right, or be aware of something, a sensor, is all going to be connected to the Internet of Things, and that will happen globally, so, and seamlessly. So all of these things are, a lot of them are here right now, and a lot more coming. So this is just a short list. You'll hear about all kinds of things as we move forward. Here's one of our hotspots down in Vero Beach, Florida. This happens to be in the home of our CEO, Rick Cotton, down in Vero Beach. It is called the Trendy Tan Duck. The Trendy Tan Duck, they all have these little unique names, right? The factory names them. We don't do that. The factory names them. This was the earnings as of, well, this was as of today, right? So the 19th. The last 30 days earned 124 helium. I put $15 in there as kind of a, kind of a way to look at this. 12, it could be 12, could be 15, $1,860 that it's earned without doing a thing, right? Just plug it in, walk away from it. To date, it's earned 1,217 helium at $15. That's over 18 grand. And this is all verifiable, all on the blockchain. So there's no smoke and mirrors. Everything is very real. If you were the person that referred Rick to get one of these miners, you would have earned 10%, right? You would have earned 121 helium, and at $15, that's $1,815. I just noticed that actually you would earn more than that. Michael will tell you, but you'd earn double that, double. Okay. So I'm going to go in and show you a couple of things on our referral program right after I show you this one. This is another one of our hotspots down in Safety Harbor, Florida, added March the 16th. It's already earned 698 helium, right? Again, start doing the math. Just get your calculator out and start pounding away. What I'm going to do is show you how you can earn a 6-figure income by referring and building 4 small teams and doing it without anyone ever spending a dime. I hope do I need to repeat that? Without anybody ever spending a dime, right? You've got your pro team, which is 5 people. Your bronze team, which is your next 10 people that you refer. The person 6 through 15. Your silver team, your next 10 people, and your gold team, it goes from 26 to infinity. But what I did here in this little example is just put 10 people in the gold team so you could see. What I did was I just said, what if each hotspot earned 100 helium a month, right? 100 helium a month, 1,200 helium a year. Most of ours earn that much or more. So if you've got 5 in your pro team, you earn 500 helium over 12 months, that's 6,000 that those 5 would earn. You earn 20% of that. You'd earn 1,200 helium, right? 1,200 in your bronze, silver, and gold team. Again, you've got 10, 10, 10. That's 1,000 helium for those 10 times 12 months is 12,000 on each one of them. And in your bronze team, you would earn 25%, your silver team, 30%, and on your gold team, 35%. So if that's all you did was refer 35 people to have one of these hotspots in a location that they own, their home or business or whatever, you would have earned 12,000 helium. Now, 12,000 times the current value of helium, again, do the math, right? $15, that's 180 grand. 180 grand. A lot more than a lot of people earn, right? About 3 times as much. So this is the most powerful affiliate compensation plan ever created, bar none. So, and that's what this is. So I'm not going to, there's a lot more to this, and we're going to go into some more in-depth training on the Thursday night call. So make sure that you're with us on Thursday night. So here's what the experts predict that helium will be valued at in the very near future, $52. Take the 12,000 that you would have earned the first year, right? And multiply it by $52. Makes a whole, makes a lot of difference, right? Take that and add 12,000 to it for a couple of years, and then multiply it by $252 and see how you like that number, right? Or do it for a few years and multiply it by $605. See how you like that number. If these predictions come true, I know we're going to have some very, very happy iHub affiliates all over the globe. I'll be one of them, right? So we talked about this a little bit in that promo video. The smartest helium hotspot platform and app ever, right? Called Helium Track. And you can go to heliumtrack.com and go take a look at it. We launched it to over 1,000 people. There were 1,000 people on this Zoom, and then another 500 or so people that were watching it live on YouTube. So, and you can go into the back office. Michael will show you how to do that and get in there and watch everything. But it is absolutely phenomenal. It gives us all the intelligence we need to know the perfect location to put one of these hotspots that nobody has to pay for, right? I think I probably said that already. A totally free deployment. So this is kind of the inner workings of the app and all the things that it does, all the intelligence that it performs. It gives us the ability to do free mining assessments. This part of it is not quite ready. It'll be ready here by the end of the month. The team is working very diligently on getting all of this done, but you're going to be able to send a mining assessment to your friends, your family, the people that you know, your doctor, your dentist, whoever, right? And allow them to see that they have a location that will make them a lot of money if they just take one of our free iHub hotspots and deploy it in their location. So that was we already did that, right? We launched that whole thing. So we'll have a lot more training on the Helium. So our schedule, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, you definitely don't want to miss that. And then on Thursday night, our big training on Thursday night. We usually have well over 1,000 people on that training. One of the things that we're deploying is a way for people to be able to spend their helium if they don't want to hold on to it, or if they can't hold on to it, if they've got to, if they've got to take that to pay bills and make car payments and house payments and so on and so forth. We're going to give you a very easy way to transform that helium cryptocurrency into cash, right? And pay for things with a Visa debit card. You'll have a mobile wallet that crosses 53 currencies in 16 languages. Just an amazing product. You won't have to worry about opening an account with these various Coinbase or whatever other exchanges and move your helium over to there. It'll just be deposited on your OG Pay account, and then you'll have a physical or virtual debit card, and you can pay everything with that. You'll be able to take your helium and have it in your wallet and spend it, and just like cash, right? You can go to Starbucks with your credit card, buy a coffee, buy a car, buy a jet, whatever you want to do, and do that very, very quickly, seamlessly, as a matter of fact. So more on that as we get that whole thing launched. We're just waiting for the people at OG Pay to add. They already have 4 cryptocurrencies on there, and so they're adding helium as the 5th cryptocurrency on their platform. So the future is, who knows? I mean, the future is the future. One of the things I know that they're working on is 5G cellular coverage, right? And I don't know, if we'll participate in that. If we do, it's going to be phenomenal. And how we're going to do that, I just know that this is coming, down the road. So, hey, I want to thank the over 600 people that have joined us here this evening to listen to this. I want you to get back to the person that invited you, get their link, but stick with us here for a little bit, because Michael's going to go through some important information on exactly how to get started, where to find your link, and all of those things. So, Michael, you ready to go, buddy? You're muted, but you're not muted down. All right.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Michael Stern and I have known each other for 30 years or whatever, a long time. We've been hanging around and flying around the globe doing events. Don't you just love the Zoom platform? We can get to all these people all at once without having to fly around and do all of that. So Michael's out in Scottsdale, Arizona. So Michael, take it away, buddy.
All right. Hey, great, Chuck. Thanks a lot. So basically, just really short how you get started. The first thing is somebody's going to be sending you a link. If you haven't gotten already, the people that invited you to this call, get back to them and say, hey, I need your link. And they're going to send you something that will look like this. It'll have a username that they chose when they register, just like you'll choose yours when you register, .ihub.global, and you click on that link, and that will start that registration process. But let me go ahead and show you from another perspective, assuming that you've already registered. And so once you register, you're going to go log in to your back office. How do you log into your back office? You go to my.ihub.global, and it'll bring you to this login page. And then you just put in your email address and then your password, and then it'll log you in. And this is just a test account that I'm doing, but this is the account for Sam Tester. Now, here's the thing: when you first log in, at the very center of the page, you'll see where it says free affiliate sign up page, and this link here is the link that you now will send out to people in order for them to join you in iHub. So the very first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you got access to this link. because this is going to be the way you'll be able to share it with other individuals. So you want to make sure that you put that in a place that you can get to it fairly easily. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to reserve a hotspot. We've got this new deployment program we're going to be rolling out in the next 30 days or so. You want to make sure that you put in your installation address, get it into the queue in this situation. You can actually reserve more than one, but each one has to have a separate installation address, and then they'll all be evaluated through our Helium Track software as we get closer towards the end of the month, where we go into full deployment. After that, when you go to this section, you'll be going right into Helium Track and entering the information as it gets all integrated. I'm not sure precisely what that'll look like. But the main thing, everybody, is you want to be able to get to your dashboard by logging in. You want to have this link. You want to start putting together your contact list of people that you want to share this with, people that you really care about that could really use a way of generating some passive income. Now, I don't know what kind of background each and every one is coming from, people, different backgrounds. Chuck and I, we've been in the space working with individuals in the networking space and direct sales for decades out there. And I can tell you, I'm really having a lot of fun reaching out to people that I really care about over the years, that I've seen not do necessarily so fantastic in those kinds of programs, because as Chuck said, there's a lot of hoops that you got to go through, a lot of issues that frankly are completely gone in this program. As Chuck and Rick and John and myself, we put this program together. We wanted to create something that was absolutely as frictionless as possible to allow people who, take a serious action. It's not designed for it to be just generating free money into your bank account, unlimited, based on not doing anything other than, getting a unit. You can benefit by that. But if you recognize this opportunity, as Chuck has been sharing it with you, 90,000+ units out there right now, but it's going to take tens of millions. And so you should be thinking about how many of those millions of units all around the world that are out there can I have as part of my team, where I get a piece of the action on there. It's unlimited, but this is a short time window, folks. Maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, maybe 4 or 5 years. It's really hard to say. But once this is built, once all the cities in the world have coverage for these IoT devices in their city, there's not going to be building a network anymore. And those of you that got involved and got a lot of different locations set up by sharing this information with your teams, you're going to be reaping the rewards for decades to come. Your family is going to be so happy that you took action on this. So don't just wait and, let me get a unit, let me see what happens. Because every single one of these things is completely transparent on the Helium blockchain, you can go in with the Helium Track software, with the Helium network coverage software, lots of other different ways, nothing better than the Helium Track. You can see what's going on. You don't have to wonder what it's going to be like in any particular location. You could literally parachute into the middle of the Gobi Desert. As long as you've got electricity and internet access, you can build a cluster of 3 or more units and start generating helium anywhere in the world. It's just setting up the cluster within a certain proximity of each other, getting them online while we're building the network. That's what we get paid to do. So get that list together, start getting the word out, get that viral activity that's already happening with a lot of other individuals, and get involved in that flow. Chuck, I don't know about you, but in 30, 40 years of this industry, I think it's been maybe once or twice where there's been this kind of magic where you can just jump in and the momentum would just carry you to build something extraordinary, where before it just seemed to be constantly rolling the boulder up the hill and it coming back to crush you and then rolling it up again and again and again. This is a completely different animal, don't you think?
Without a doubt, Michael. You and I have experienced that in the past, and I've never seen anything like what is going on. I mean, it's just phenomenal. The product is amazing. And, you know, guys, when we first saw this, and like Michael said, this is going to happen one time and one time only. Once the network is built, it's built. You know, there's a 50-year plan that Helium has that will allow us all to make money, but it's just kind of like the cellular industry when they went to building the cellular network. You know, once all the towers went up and all the land was leased and all the people that had the ability to have one of those towers on one of their properties are still reaping the rewards. That's what we have. These are little cellular towers, right? That sit there and transmit a little radio signal. Michael does a great training on that. We're going to be here tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. East Coast time. So don't miss that. We're going to go through more in-depth training on a bunch of things. I'm sure we'll cover some of the Helium track stuff as well. And then on Thursday, we're going to go into the slides on all the compensation and really get people comfortable with how you can earn a six-figure income without ever spending a dime. I mean, where in the world does anybody ever come up with something like that? I mean, that's unheard of. So, Michael, thanks for popping in here and doing that little thing. Everybody always asks me, okay, I just got started. Where's my link? How do I find my link? Well, Michael just told you, log into your back office, my.ihub.global, and go to the top of the page. Make sure you watch that video there because that's the video that we shot on Saturday with the launch of Helium Track. Again, a tool that really gives us, I mean, just incredible amount of intelligence. The guys that put this together have done a phenomenal job, and it's only going to continue to get better as, you know, you get a bunch of guys like that that are creative and also have the technical skills to do things. Their mind just goes, okay, let's do this. This would be cool, right? And they go and do that. So it is cool. So Michael, thanks very much. Hey, the over 600 people that joined us, thank you very much for joining us. Go share this with the friends and people that you know and you love, because like Michael said, everybody wants a little passive income, right? Who doesn't? When I first saw this and I saw that these things were making the kind of money that they were making, I said, yeah, I'll take 10, right? I'll take 10. I'll take 10 of those. And now that's a reality. All you got to do is find the best locations, and that's what the software allows us to do. We're going to go find the best locations as we deploy 130,000. Listen, 130. We're going to deploy more units in the next 12 months than all of Helium has done thus far. You guys hear me? You know, we're going to take over what these guys, I mean, they don't even know what's about to happen. So, and lots of money is going to be made over the course of the next 3 to 5 years. So with that, we'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Stay safe, be careful, stay out of trouble. And thanks, guys. Thanks for being with us. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Autumn. Thanks, John, for all the stuff you do in the background there, keeping us all straightened out. Okay, guys. Good night, everybody.